They told me that, you know, there was some people that lived here, like the head of the KKK, and it didn't bother me at all because of what I was here for. And what I was here for was to share the gospel.
The Jesus in me, love the Jesus in you. The Jesus in you, love the Jesus in me. The Jesus in me, love the Jesus that's in Harrison. Come on, let's declare that Jesus is Lord over Harrison. I said Jesus is Lord over Harrison. I don't care what the devil says, Jesus is Lord over Harrison.
Do you know how many black people live in the area?
I have no idea. Do you know?
I think in the county, not more than 30, 40 people in the county.
If that many. Yeah.
So you realize that you might be the only black person in the city?
Yeah, that doesn't matter because there's so many here that love Jesus. So it doesn't matter. I'm not outnumbered.
Take that, devil. You take that, devil. You take that, devil. The gospel that's being preached in Harrison, Arkansas tonight is going to go all the way to Greece. Aren't you glad that we serve a mighty God? A mighty God. You know what? He said he was going to take us to the nation. Hallelujah. But if this ain't taking us to the nation, I don't know what is.
Σε μια περιοχή με 97% λευκό πληθυσμό, η έλευση μιας μαύρης γυναίκας είναι είδηση. Το κήρυγμα της άλλης παρακολουθεί ο ρεπόρτερ David Holster από τους Harrison Daily Times, την τοπική εφημερίδα.
Our paper has done an occasional story about Alice. It is kind of a unique and interesting story, I think. A black lady who comes to Harrison and is an evangelist and seems to have a definite burden, I guess you might say, for the souls of the people in Harrison. She has been into our office, newspaper office, on a number of occasions, and she's always cheerful and friendly and, you know, just a delightful person.
Do you know Thomas Robb and his organization?
I know of him. I don't know him personally. I don't believe I've ever met him.
Mm-hmm. Have you heard about the Knights of
I've heard of it, yeah. I've just heard that the KKK is active in this area. I've heard that Harrison is an enclave, so to speak, of the KKK.
Did you know about their convention last weekend?
No, I didn't. They never tell us in advance of any of their meetings or...
They are not so media friendly, let's say.
Right, that would probably be a good way of putting it, yeah.
I'm glad I got a Bible. Aren't you glad that we got a Bible? Hallelujah. But the most precious thing in the Bible that I could preach about tonight is love.
What would you do if you come across the head of the Knights of KKK?
I did meet him.
You've met him?
Yes.
Thomas Robb?
Yes, I have. Well, we shook hands, you know.
Did he say anything specific?
Nope. We didn't have an exchange of words other than, you know, how you doing? That was it.
First off, if I was President of the United States today, first thing I'd do is close our border. Then I would say all illegal aliens in this country will be removed from the country. Oh, there's 12 million. We can't do that.
We're talking about 12 million people.
Yeah. Okay, so we'll start small. I'm not talking about the Gestapo breaking somebody's door and hauling off on my neighbors. You know, that's stuff we hear about. But the point is, they came here illegally. They don't belong here. It's just that simple.
According to your theory, black people don't belong here either?
Well, you know, I would say that's true, but I wouldn't say just send the black family back to Africa, you know.
No,
but
no,
I would entice them, you know. I would entice them, you know, with financial assistance, you know. I mean, $500,000, $1 million.
Tom Robb says things like, you know, I don't hate anyone, I merely love white people, and I'm representing, you know, my people and so on. But, of course, when you really listen to what these people say, you know, the only real answer is to get rid of black people, get rid of Jews, get rid of homosexuals, and whether that means, you know, putting them in gas chambers or putting them on boats to other countries, it kind of amounts to the same thing. Because, you know, if these people, any of these Klan groups, were able to get their wish, if they were really able to accomplish what they're seeking, I think the inevitable outcome is political violence. You know, people are not going to leave this country because Tom Robb thinks they ought to. You know, there will be bloodshed. What has happened over the last 30 years is that we've seen the kind of growth of the so-called lone wolf phenomenon. In other words, what we see is not groups planning terrorist actions or hate crimes, but individuals. So, you know, what happens is it won't be Tom Robb and the Knights of the Ku Klux Klan that plan something criminal, but it may be that one member of their group goes off and does something. I think that the mixture of this kind of white-hot rhetoric and of a great many weapons out there, along with, in some cases, the comments of politicians and some commentators on television essentially kind of endorsing these ideas, is explosive. I think it's really a recipe for disaster. So, you know, we don't know. It's impossible to predict when the next Oklahoma City may come, but I think that it is very possible and even likely that we will see something like that in the coming years.
Political power shifts very, very quickly. Historically has done that. And those who have this agenda against us, I believe they know that. That's why they're afraid of people like me. They're not afraid of some Klansman that gets up there and waves a gun in the air and we're going to go kill people and we're going to start a revolution and we're going to take the country back. They're not afraid of those kind of people because they know how to script them. They can't script me because I don't talk violence. I'm Gandhi.